I am a mocha mom and I am back. The response to the aging video was very telling, particularly how people who know me in real life responded to the video. I had people come back and tell me, you're not old. You look really young. You're not fat. You look really good. Look at my situation. I wish I could look like you. And I've had that reaction in the past as I've tried to talk to different people to try to get some help with some of the issues that I'm dealing with. And in all honesty, I find that response to be very difficult because it minimizes where you are. I felt like it minimized where I am in my situation, even though I may not be struggling in the same way as someone else. The impact of what I'm going through was just as important and just as troubling to me. And we're all different. We're not all going to go through the changes that are involved with aging in the same ways. I went for my annual pap smear with my gynecologist, and the pap smear came back normal, but as the doctor did my physical exam, she discovered what she called polyps on my cervix. She said they're like skin tags. She told me that now that you're 40, the environment in that area in your body promotes the growth of these skin tags. And I had been noticing mid cycle spotting, and she told me these type of skin tags will make you spot between your periods. And I had also noticed that my period had gotten a little heavier and a little longer. She told me this will happen to your period as you move into your 40s. Some people end up bleeding so heavily that they end up having to have hysterectomies or some type of procedure, maybe being put on birth control pills to deal with those issues. Then she told me that when we remove these polyps, they have to be biopsied because they want to make sure that nothing cancerous is going on. So that same appointment, she set me up for my first mammogram because now I'm 40, and the talk was even longer about whether or not I want to do something more permanent to prevent myself from getting pregnant, because now I'm in the risk phase if I get pregnant because I'm in my 40s. So we scheduled an appointment. The removal of the polyps it was very simple. It was not painful at all. But now I had to go through the process of sitting around and waiting to see what the biopsy result was. And she told me that 99% of the time these things are benign, but in case you're dealing with cancer, we have to be prepared for that. And so I want to talk about what that did to me emotionally. I was excited about turning 40. I'm excited about the changes in me, in my maturity level as a woman, and how I see myself and how I interact with others. So my 40th birthday was a great celebration. What I wasn't prepared for was the new body. Now I'm that woman. I'm that older woman that seemed so far off before. Now that's me. And emotionally, I went home and I kind of thought, wow, I got to think about my body changing and going through these things every time I get a pap smear. And what if it comes back positive for cancer? They weren't, I had to wait a few days to get that result. And is there anything I can do to discourage this new environment that likes to make these things grow in me? Can I hinder that in some way? And then the whole, mammogram thing, I'm like, wow, I'm in the mammogram every year phase now. I don't feel like I'm in that phase. I don't feel any different than I was when I was in my 20s, as far as it's still the same me, but now my mind has to shift to something different.